The latest on demonstrations against immigration enforcement in America. The outrage continues following the deadly shooting of ICU nurse Alex Pretty and Renee Good by federal agents in Minneapolis.
This afternoon, the Justice Department announced its own federal civil rights probe into the killing of Pretty. The move marks a major turnaround by the Trump administration in its handling of the case. This after Pretty's death ignited nationwide outrage, protests, and intensified calls for accountability.
And Governor Hochul is pushing to stop local police from working with ICE to detain and deport law-abiding New Yorkers. Meanwhile, protests have been taking place across the nation and here in New York City. Earlier today, we saw a demonstration in Union Square, and right now, a gathering in Lower Manhattan. Eyewitness News reporter NJ Burkett is there with the very latest. NJ.
Yeah, and right, Dave, several hundred demonstrators have now gathered here in Foley Square in Lower Manhattan in the freezing cold, of course. Many of them young people. They're chanting, they're waving signs, voicing their outrage over ICE operations, not only here in New York, not only in Minneapolis, but elsewhere around the country. But believe me, Dave, they are no more outraged than the governor of New York.
This is about a rogue federal agency that's been unleashed on the American streets for the sole purpose of creating chaos, carnage, and fear.
Governor Kathy Hochul is determined to prevent local police officers from cooperating with ICE agents in detaining and deporting otherwise law-abiding New Yorkers. Today, she proposed legislation that would forbid those relationships.
With this proposal, we're sending a strong message to ICE. You will not weaponize local police officers against their own communities in the state of New York. You will not use our police technology to track people who've done nothing wrong. We will not throw innocent people into our jails.
Under the governor's proposal, state and local police cannot act as ICE agents. Taxpayer-funded resources or personnel cannot be used in civil immigration enforcement, and jails and prisons will be off limits for civil detentions or transportation of civil detainees. It all comes after the deaths of 2 unarmed U.S. citizens in Minnesota at the hands of ICE agents, and chaotic scenes at 26 Federal Plaza, where hundreds have been detained and deported after routine immigration appearances. The governor emphasized that the law would not prevent local law enforcement from cooperating with ICE in tracking down undocumented criminals.
When individuals enter this country illegally and commit crimes, I want them arrested and tried. If they're convicted, they must be imprisoned and deported. That's what we've been doing for decades here.
NYPD Commissioner Jessica Tisch.
We have deeply important partnerships with federal agencies, and we work side by side with them. That cooperation is important, and it continues. And this legislation does not interfere with that work.
ICE has been working hand in hand with officers in Nassau County. The law would limit that. Quote, now local law enforcement's hands are tied, and these criminals will be released back into our communities, said County Executive and Republican gubernatorial candidate Bruce Blakeman. These are not minor offenders, he said. These are people who have committed some of the most violent and heinous crimes imaginable.
Now, Blakeman's statement is somewhat confusing because, as we reported, the governor's proposal does not seek to inhibit ICE operations targeting undocumented criminals. We reached out to the county executive's office for comment. We have not yet heard back from them.